Morning, guys, and thank you for stopping by So Teach Me Life Coaching Services. Today I'm going to do a retake on my video where I went over 4 ways to naturally deal with depression in your life. We're all going to go through bouts of depression, and sometimes the first inclination, the first thing people are going to do is run to their doctor and tell them that they're feeling depressed as a quick fix for their depression. But like I mentioned in the last video, a lot of times when you're feeling depressed, it's because you have a lot of crappy things going on in your life. And if you have all this stuff going on, of course you're going to feel depressed. You lost your job, you may be going through a divorce, custody battle, maybe you're really not happy at your current job. There could be so many things playing into why you're feeling this depression, why you're feeling so down. And I recognize there is clinical depression. There really is. There is a population that does have clinical depression, and maybe they can't use these techniques. But for a large number of people, you're going through some stuff, you're feeling depressed. And even for people that are clinically depressed, these things I'm going to tell you about aren't going to hurt you. So what are they? First off, start working on your body. You have to start exercising. You have to work out. By working out, your body releases different chemicals. One of them is dopamine and endorphins. These are basically natural antidepressants, and our body releases them when we're exercising. And people that work out regularly, studies show you're going to have less signs of depression if you work out regularly. Number 2, when things are really bad in your life, you're feeling depressed, start showing gratitude. This may be something that you never really thought of, and it isn't something that I think comes naturally to us as a way to deal with depression or stress in our lives. But shifting your mindset is very important. And you'll hear people talk about, I can't control my thoughts, it just it races around. But that's not true. Everything that we do, at least a large portion of it, is conditioned. This is stuff that we've been carrying around a lot since our childhood, or the social groups that we've been around for most of our lives. People sway in different directions because of the conditioning they had. And it's sad, but a large portion of our population is more cynical, more in a negative mindset. I'll give you just a quick example. There's a guy I work with, and he came back from a break, from a lunch break, and he was telling everybody about how there was this evangelical guy blessing him. And he ran into this guy on the street, and there was a second person there, and she was talking to him too. And the whole group around him started saying, oh, you better check your pockets. You need to, make sure you didn't get pickpocketed. And it was insane how quickly everybody shifted to that thought of the worst case scenario. And he said he didn't have anything, and maybe they were pickpocketers, but just highlighting how our conditioning and what we've been around and what we've seen in our lives, we just automatically will assume the worst. When we start focusing our mind towards gratitude, and gratitude is, what are you grateful for? What are the things that are going right in your life? It's very easy to get caught up in the things that are bad, but showing gratitude, you can do this by journaling 10 things you're grateful for. in the morning, and then before going to bed at night, 10 things you're grateful for that happened during the day. You'd be so surprised how much that can improve the quality of your life, and especially when you're feeling depressed. Because when you're depressed, you're thinking, man, poor little me. Life is so hard right now. But when you start trying to shift your mind to gratitude, which is going to be hard, because you might not even want to live. You might think like, why am I even here? But if you start thinking about some of the good things that may have happened in your life, or things that are going on right now, just a simple act of, wow, somebody held the door for me today, or somebody offered me this today. That can really change things for you. There's actually, we're gonna go to number 3 right now. Number 3 is shifting your mind from yourself to helping others. When you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like your life really has no meaning, try to shift your thinking into what you can do to help other people's lives. You see, most of us could give really good advice to other people, but when we're going through stuff, we beat ourselves up. We can't forgive ourselves for things, but we'll give this great advice to other people on how we can help them. And when we shift our minds to how we can help somebody else, it could be helping animals, it could be volunteering somewhere. When we do that, it takes our mind away from our own problems, and is a great way to combat this depression, this rut that you're in. Because when you're somewhere else and you're seeing somebody that's in a really bad spot, or you're helping some animals, your mind goes somewhere else, and you realize that your life does have some meaning. You can be utilizing your time, all that time and energy that you were feeling bad for yourself, you can be using that to help other people in some way. And maybe it could be as simple as trying to warn people of some of the dangers that you faced in your life that kind of brought you to the spot that you're in, so you can help someone. Number 4, let's talk about journaling. Journaling is very important. This kind of goes along with gratitude, but you can do it in your own way. But journaling is just writing down what you're feeling, the things that are going on in your life, because studies have shown that people who journal during stressful periods in their lives they show less signs of depression than people that don't. There was a study where a number of people had lost their jobs, and the one group had journaled, another one didn't, and the one that was journaling regularly reported just feeling better about their situation. You see, our minds think very quickly, and we can go off on tangents in our mind and start thinking, wow, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I can't pay my bills? What if my significant other leaves me? All these things will start racing through your mind when something bad happens. But when you take the time to slow down, you see, it takes longer for us to write than it does for our brains to think. So if we take some time and journal everything that's going on, it gives us basically another perspective where we can slow down and really think about the situation and say, well, if that happens, I'd be okay. Number 5, try to start meditating in your life. Meditation has so many health effects, positive health effects, that I'm just surprised that it's not pushed more in society and more people aren't talking about it, because meditation allows you to slow down. It calms your brain down. It calms down our thoughts. You see, when we're feeling depressed, a lot of times we're anxious. Our minds are just racing, and we're thinking about all these worst case scenarios. We're thinking about poor little me. But meditation it's more of a spiritual experience. And I know I talk to a lot of people. I'm always pushing meditation, but people always tell me it's too hard. I can't stop my thoughts. And that's, when you're in the beginning, it's hard. I remember when I first started this years ago, and it was just nutty, where your mind just keeps going with all these thoughts, and it's just racing and racing and racing. But the more often you do it, the easier it gets. And when you're meditating, you're slowing down your thoughts, you're just focusing on your breath. And I'll just give you a simple technique. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, then breathe it out through your nose. Okay? And now, as you're doing this, thoughts are going to be coming through your mind. You're going to be thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to take out the trash, I need to call this person, I need to send this email. But it will get easier. And what you're going to do, every time a thought comes in and your mind's trying to start to chase that thought, you slow down, you recognize the thought, and then you just keep going. And that's one simple way to start this meditation journey for yourself, because again, it's simple and it's going to benefit your health. So I hope these 5 techniques, I know I said 4, but it did come out to be 5, are useful, and I'm hoping that this video had come out a little better with the audio quality. If you guys have any suggestions on videos that you would like me to make, leave a comment, send me an email, and thanks for stopping by, guys.